Hello all and welcome to the Lane channel. So in this video I will talk about the accessories and also the equipments build since a lot of you guys are asking for it. So if I go to my inventory itself, so you can see right now I'm using kind of like my best armor that I have. I meant it's not that saying that you have a super rare and you should use the super rare rather than the 3-star or the 4-star. For the equipments, I mean the armors and also the accessories, the one important thing is about the awakening and also the awakening effect of it. So let's say for my armor, this one here. So you can see right now I'm wearing the Palladium armor, which has like awakening here. And this awakening effect is actually the damage from normal monster. So you get less damage from the normal monster. It doesn't apply at the chaos field, but then if I'm doing my main quest itself, that would be something useful to reduce the damage. At the normal field, or maybe like when I'm doing Swift or the Conquest, usually is at the outfield. But then if you see the other two type I have here right now, the damage from the elite monster minus 10%. This is something that is useful at the chaos field because if you check on the map itself and select the monster, where is it? Let me just check if I can see it in this way. Yep, so if you select the map from here, you can see it has the tagline like this is the elite monster. So that is something that useful when you use it at here, especially for those who farm a lot at the chaos field. And the third one is the super rare item. So this one here, crowd control, is kind of good when you try to farm in when stacking up the mobs. So your crowd control it's also based on what skills you are using. So if you do not have crowd control skills, I could say this doesn't really help us a lot because the crowd control duration minus 20% is much more like on your skill cooldown and stuff. So if you do not have crowd control skills equipped to your slots there, it is most probably not really that effective. The only thing that the difference between like these three here is only on the top. So you can see, of course, it will be starting from a better kind of defense and critical resistance for the super ray, and this one here is a bit lower. If you click that in 778 this one here is 700169. Doesn't differ a lot, but then the only thing that difference is based on the awakening. So there is no one best equipment, I would say. If you're planning like for the end game build or stuff, you just start seeing one side of the story because I probably I mean, those wheel out there, they probably have all those equipments with all the awakening, and the one they are wearing it must not be the situations that you are facing. So maybe they're in the PvP mode, they're maybe enjoying the PvP content, and when you check their weapons out, they're equipping that. But then when they go to the farming site, maybe they change the equipments or stuff because there's no one best equipment for one field. So I would say right now in the beginning of the game, it's not saying that you should just go and enhance one equipment. Yeah, you say that the material are rare, but one thing you can get the upgrade stone is from the challenge power up. So I would suggest that you just try your best with all those food buff, theater buff and stuff. Equip your best equipments on the water elements. Let's say for this one here equip your best one, and then try to challenge it, get 3 star, move it to next tier, and so on. So you can guarantee like 5 pieces of upgrade stone per day. And if you have the diamond, you would like to spend diamond on it, you can spend another 100 for the first entry to get the 5. So it means that you will get 10 pieces per day. That is actually considered quite a fast progress if you play it in that way as a free to play or maybe a dolphin. This is the best way and also the most budgeted way to do so. If you go into the shop itself, it costs you a lot. Where is it? I think is not this one. Yeah, this one here. It costs you like 1,000 diamonds, so I would rather just use my 100 diamond every day on that first refresh on the power up rather than spending it at here because it just doesn't worth that much. Or else, if you are willing to spend it to save up maybe few days earlier to get that to upgrade, yep, you are welcome to do this. So, but then if you are just a normal player, I would say go to the power up dungeon. That would be the best way that you can get the power up kind of thing. Where is it again? Power up, yep, this one here. So right now I'm at tier 6. I got a guarantee like 4. And even you try to make it up to tier 7 here, you will see the rewards here. Not this one, this star. Yep. So you will see 1 star, it's also giving like 4 to 5, 4 to 5, even 3 star also 4 to 5. Um, if I'm getting 1 star at tier 6, I guarantee 4 pieces here. And the only differences is at the varnish. So you have 1, 2, and 3 here. But right now, the main thing that I would like to gain is actually on this one. Um, Also, I will just try my best every week when I have built up my water kind of elements. So right now, I'm building on the elemental damage for the water, what you can increase for the water damage as well is that the record page you will have like the records codex. I have spoke about this one in one of my video. You can always check like this one. Okay, this Patalia at the Algara Plateau, it actually gives you extra water attack. So this is something that the soulstone I would like to focus on because right now I have like plus 51 water attack. But if I complete all of it, then you will see it will add up 121 on top of it. So this would be something that I would like to focus on if I would like to collect the soulstone. Um, because right now I'm just trying my best to clear up the fire temple. And yeah, so it's really based on situations and it doesn't say that so if you do not have that armor, it doesn't mean that you have to stop there. It's just like if you are planning to cook for an apple pie, but then you do not have apple for the ingredient, do you just starve to death? Or maybe would you just use a different ingredient? Let's say you have chocolate at home. Yeah, just make a chocolate pie and at least you are not starving. So this is the same theory. So it's like if you do not have the armor, do you go naked and fight with the mobs? Answer is of course no. And if you say, oh, I have few of the equipment, let's say in these situations, I have 3 armors, I have 3 different boats. So which one should I use? I would say it all depends on what the game give me. So right now, I would say this is my best one. And I would say why I'm using my flash shoes is because I got it in the very early beginning of the game. It's like on the second or third day I got this one here. I don't even know what is super rare. I just equipped it and this here is just I think I got it last week. So If I would like to switch, would say no for my boots. But then for this two here, I might want to switch it to this crowd control when I have my crowd control skills being built up. Because right now, my skills level are still low. I do not have the awakening effect there. So if you see, of course, when it ups to 3, you will have one more row unlocked. So that would be a good situation, but only if I got it to awaken. But then if I do not awaken it, I believe I would just put it at my inventory just for display purpose. And as for the headgear itself, so I got this one in the early game as well. Right now just awakening 2. If I compare this one here, it adds defense, and if I compare it to this one, the heart helmet, which I also get it quite late, so I got all my 4 star in the beginning of the game, and my luck just went down all the way until now. And you can see the awakening effect of this 3 star here. It's not saying that it's not good, but then it has like healing rate, shield rate, and all elemental status effect, resist rate. It adds up all these things, but then it depends on the priority. This here you have like 2 slots, so I'm +5 awakening here. I have the 2 slots effect. But then because I got this early in the game, so and it's already awakened too, so I would rather just use my Territe to craft more equipments, to see if I could get more same thinly circlet from it, and use it to awaken and get the third effect, which is all elemental status effect resistance. So I'm getting near to the awakening tree here, so I would not make the switch even this one seems to be better. And yeah, this is it. And for the accessory itself, you can see right now I'm still using my 3 star accessory. This is because it has +10 on it. And the main thing about the accessory, first thing is about the first slots. It's all about the different kind of elemental. So let's say for this one here is adding earth familiar attack. And of course, I would want something that add to maybe water or fire, depends on the ground that I'm farming for, that would benefit me, of course. So let's say right now I'm farming for the water mobs here. So this one here is really good for farming for the water mobs because you have the earth familiar there. So the earth familiar damage, of course, you have to equip your earth familiar in order to get that awakening to work. If you do not have earth familiar and you are using this one here, I mean, if you are using just one earth familiar, of course, it's only benefit to one familiar, but then if you equip to 3, um, they'll get that benefit and it will boost up the killing speed because of the elemental damage increase stuff. And the second and third slot is helping with all the familiar. So even if you're having lack of earth familiar in this situations, maybe just one main earth familiar with all those different elemental, this two here is still cover up for them for those different kind of familiar that you have put into your battle. So I would say it's really based on situations, and you could see right now my ring I'm using the support familiar HP type or familiar basic attack increase and stuff. So because I'm using the 9 awakening 9 things, and you will notice one thing is that I also have the super rare ring, which I have not even equipped it into my slot yet. But this one here, I would say that I will put it on my water deck because I would need to use this one to challenge through the fire temple. So I mentioned about I would like to challenge the fire temple. So this is kind of like the preparation stage. Once I got ready, I would put this into my water deck, not not the farming deck, but but only the water deck will be using this one here. So it doesn't use at all decks because one thing about this one here, even it has like near the CP, if I put in the gemstone, is definitely higher than the one that I'm using. But then the shortage of this one here is that you can see 10% chances to activate on attack is to deal 100% of attack as water damage. So it's only affecting the water damage. And because I did not have the awakening, if I got awakening tree, of course it helps the others familiar as well. But then if I do not have the awakening, it means that if I use this to replace my main ring there, um my familiar damage will definitely lessen down because of the extra awakening effect there. So this one here, I will just put it at my water deck when I do some challenges, maybe killing the fire mobs out there. And because also for this one here, the first one support familiar HP plus 4%. So I have some support type of familiar here. So if you do not have the support type of familiar that you can boost or maybe stuff, so this one here, if you do not awakening to 10, or maybe 3 to get the second slots here yet. So if you do not have it awakening, of course you will it will be better if you use a 4-star to replace it because since this one here you don't have to really start from the very beginning. It really depends on what you get in the game. So do not saying that hey this the first rank are using this, and I should follow them. It's not like you have to follow them 100%. I mean, everyone getting the equipments and also the accessories in a different progress. Everyone are different because it's all based on the RNG. So what you need to do is just do some homework, check out your inventory, which is the best fit, and just have to put that into use so that you can benefit from the awakening. So what I would say in here is that in the conclusions, always focus on the awakening effect and also yeah, if you can focus on the awakening effect, and also if you're building your different elemental deck, which I'm doing right now, let me just see my deck. So I cannot show you because one thing I do not like about the game is when you try to switch the deck, it is switching during the battle as well. I would like this deck here to remain at like I could just amend it without affecting my game, but then it doesn't work in that way. So I would say every deck, every different of elemental, so you can build a CP deck for PvP content. You can build the elemental deck that for you to is you to farm and different elemental, and of course different accessories put into different deck or maybe like different situations. You always have to change your armors and also accessory based on the situations. That there's really ain't a perfect um, equipment meant for all, but yeah, that would be the things that I would like to deliver in this video here, and I hope this really helps. And yeah, so if you do not have any good weapon, I would say just save up some territes and try to craft it because you will have the 4-star guarantee the at crafting 200 equipments at Tumba. Yeah, at least you still get a chance to get a guarantee 4-star for it if you are bad luck as me. And for the enhancements itself, what you can do, let's say for this enhancement. So a lot of you guys are asking what this dark magic thingy doing. This one here. So right now we have like the dark magic crystal from the new field boss, chaos field boss, I would say. So the chaos field boss is something that appeared 30 minutes after the normal field boss. So you will get this one from it. And what you can do with this one is that once you have reached like plus 20, you will need to use like dark magic to put it into the spells. Let me just bring one of the wheel here. So let me just see the equipment. So you will see like the purple thingy. So this is some sort of like dark magic added to it. Equipment and gems that will plus 20 of the power of the dark magic. So this is something that if you see a purple thing aura on it, this is where the dark magic will be used. Right now, I do not have any plus 20, but if you would like to, let's say, to enhance your equipment, you will need this one here, the enhancement stone. And if you are lacking of enhancement stone, the quickest way to get it is from your alt main story. And if you have a roadblock at your main alt story, what you can do is if you dismantle any 3-star, it also gives you that. Yep, it also gives you some chances to get that enhancement stone, which I'm also doing right now. So you just have to, what's happening here? Please bear with me. Okay, it's now back, and yeah, let me just go back to there. Let me just, so you can always click on the salvage buttons and then just select or maybe 3 stars that are not required anymore, and then you will get like this one. Of course, is a chances, at least you get some chances to get it back, like 20%. Yeah, you can see what was the stat here, what kind of chances you can get, and also it's also one of the way you can get the anvil, just in case if you have broke your equipment during the enhancement, you can also get it from here. So of course you can dismantle higher grade equipments or accessories to get like better kind of rewards. So let me just see the rates. um so this one here, it doesn't give you that thing, so it's no point to dismantle that then. So you always have to check it, like what kind of returns is in the rewards. Oh, this one here is like it guarantee you this. So the basic one means that if you dismantle 4-star, it will guarantee give you the better one, the square superior accessory enhancement stone. So this is one of the way how you can get the enhancement stone for the enhancement. So I guess, yeah, that would be all for this video here, and I hope this video is helpful for you. Do not rush if you think that your equipment are sucks or anything. You can always just craft it. You can see how bad luck am I. So it's all about the efforts, like doing all the crafting, craft it, craft again, and craft again until I get guarantee. Yeah, that's how I do it. That there's no shortcut. There is. The only shortcut is only using your credit card, but then I would not advise that. Yeah, this would be all for this video, and thanks for watching. If you like this video, please hit the like buttons and hit on the subscribe. Thanks.